Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how you can compute a profit function given the marginal profit and also how much profit is made after a specific number of units has been sold. So in this problem, x refers to the number of units. So our marginal profit after sale of x units is 320 minus 8x dollars. We also know that the profit from selling 38 units happens to be $1,900. So our goal is to find the profit function p of x given these two conditions that will determine it uniquely. And once we have it, then we will find a profit from selling 40 units that presumably would be more than 1,900, but you never know. And that just entails substituting x equals 40 into the profit function that we get. So our profit function is the indefinite integral of 320 minus 8x dx. So using linearity, as I've used in other problems, that's the same as 320 times the integral of 1 dx. But 1 is the same as x to the 0. So I'm going to write it this way so you can see how I'm about to use the power rule. Then I have minus 8 times the integral of x dx, which is the same as x to the first. You don't have to write this way. I'm just showing you how these kind of problems play out and how the power rule applies. Recall that the power rule that the integral of x to the n dx equals x to the n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c, as long as n is not equal to minus 1. So applying that rule here to both of these, what I get is 320 x to the 0, the integral of x to the 0 is x to the first power divided by 1. So it's just going to be x. And then I have minus 8. Integral of x to the first power is x squared. You add 1 to the exponent. And then you divide by that exponent. So x squared over 2 plus c. So if I simplify this, we get 320x minus 4x squared plus c. But our profit function is not completely specified yet because we need to know what the value of c is. And that's determined by the initial condition over here that the profit from 38 units is $1,900. So that means if I substitute x equals 38, I need to make sure to choose the right value of c, really I can solve for it so that I will get 1,900. So p of 38 is 320 times 38 minus 4 times 38 squared plus c, and this has to equal 1,900. So this is the equation I have to solve. So we solved a much simpler version of this in the last video where the value at t equals 0 had to be 0. Here, when the value of x is 38, the result has to be 1,900. The principle is the same, but just the numbers are more interesting now. So I just need to solve this equation for c. That means working out this first. So I'm going to use a calculator for that. Numbers are going to get kind of big. Okay, so I have 320 times 38, minus 4 times 38 squared. Okay, and so what I get is, so these numbers add to 6384 plus c, and that must equal 1,900. So c is equal to 1,900 minus 6384 something doesn't seem quite right here. Okay, so plus 1,900 is, okay, that's fine. Minus 4484 is my value of c. So now I can put that value back back in here, and therefore my profit function p of x is 320x minus 4x squared minus 44, 84. So that's my final answer for the first part of this, just to find the profit function. So what it means is, if you don't sell any units, you're $4,484 in the hole, presumably from the cost of manufacturing those units. Okay, so now we can use this profit function to answer the other part of the question. What is going to be a profit when x is equal to 40? So for that, I will substitute x equal 40 into our profit function over there. So 320 times 40 minus 4 times 40 cubed minus 44, 84. Okay, so this is going to give me, numbers are a little nicer here, 12,800 minus, so 40 cubed, that's going to be, okay, so 25, sorry, 40 squared, not 40 cubed. Okay, so 1600 plus 4, 6400. Okay, minus 44, 84. So that's going to be 6400 minus 44, 84. So that is going to give me 1,916. So that's my profit for 40 units. So it's interesting that the getting $1,900 profit for 38 units, and then I make 2 units more, and the profit increases by only $16. So that seems surprisingly low. But when we think about the marginal profit up here, if I substitute in x equal 40, for instance, 8 times 40 is 320. At 40 units, the marginal profit is actually 0. At 38 units, it's going to be, it is going to be only 16. So, so 320 minus 8 times 38. But marginal profit is only $16 at that point. So in that case, it's not really surprising that we gain very little additional profit from selling those 2 extra units. Whereas when x is small, the marginal profit is much higher. So a marginal profit is a decreasing function of x. The more units you produce, the less you gain in terms of profit.